Hey there, my name's Taylor. Whether I'm traveling by air, land, or sea, I want to use my skills and various methods of travel to explore our beautiful planet. Subscribe to join me as I navigate life with my sense of adventure as my compass. We're still here in the Dry Tortugas, just enjoying living the good life of being at anchor on Delos. We've fallen into the routine of sharing sundowners together on the beach and exploring all this tiny, unique gem of Florida has to offer, both on land and in the sea. I've been really happy to get more use out of my slackline these days, with some pretty pristine locations to set it up in and share the fun.
I like your concentration face. Oh, Jesus!
What do you say we do some diving today?
It's a perfect day to do some diving.
Yeah?
I'm so excited.
You want to help me get the gear set up when you're done?
Yeah, let's do it. Hi, Nugget. What's going on? Although I'm dive certified, it's definitely been a while, so it's great to brush up on my skills a little bit, especially since I've never fully set up all the gear from a sailboat before.
There you go. Okay, go ahead and check the pressure.
We have got 200 bar.
Perfect.
With all the equipment set up and checked, we loaded up the dinghy and we're ready to set off on our first diving mission together as a crew. As you can probably tell by the look on my face, I was stoked to get back to diving again.
Okay, hit it. There she goes.
For this dive, I had to hold onto my regulator because part of the mouthpiece had broken off. This is the Windjammer shipwreck, a fairly famous wreck in the Dry Tortugas, known to be teeming with sea life. Since the Dry Tortugas is a national park, lobsters are protected and prevented from being hunted. In most cases, lobsters remain pretty well hidden, so it's interesting to see them crawling along freely on the bottom of the ocean floor. And I believe this noticeable difference in behavior was due to the fact that they are protected here. But of all of the sea life I have come across, nothing compares to this. This beast of a Goliath grouper has to be the biggest fish I've ever seen. It was about the same size as me, and I could not believe my eyes. I might have got a little bit too close for comfort in the process of checking this guy out.
Whoa.
What a great dive!
What'd you think about that?
Oh, that was amazing. Really cool.
Did you guys see the size of that Goliath grouper?
Wow.
That is the biggest fish I think I've ever seen.
Me too. I think like
eyeball was like full of my eyeballs.
it was like 1.5 casa lengths. And then that lobster you spotted was massive.
Yeah, he was huge.
Like looking up at the, like where the wreck pops out of the water, you can see like the barracudas and like all the small fish.
There was a couple big barracudas too.
Yeah. Oh, well done everybody. That's a pretty good dive as a crew.
Yeah, that was fun.
I think it went pretty smooth.
With a great day of diving under our belts, we returned back to Delos to prepare for round 2. Another fine morning here on Delos. The girls are down below having some breakfast.
Orange!
We've got Bill and Grace here from Comical Skies joining us for the day. And we are moving. We're underway, going out to Texas Rock to do some more diving. Yeah, so it's pretty cool because yesterday we took Maggie out to the mooring and just tied it up there and went diving off of the dinghy. And so today we're actually going to another spot and moving all of Delos, taking the whole big boat over. It's a lot easier that way. We can do multiple dives and everyone can kind of hang out and we've got everything we need with us. So it should be a really interesting time. I'm looking forward to doing some more diving. Oh my god. Oh, you scared the crap out of me. Hi, friends.
Good job, guys.
Stoked there, bud?
Oh, heck yeah.
Ready for a rip?
Ready for an underwater rip.
An underwater rip.
Yeah.
Special kind.
Oh yeah.
So we're at this place called Texas Rock, and the mooring is sort of right off the rock. Like we're gonna do a giant stride off the back, and then we're gonna swim to the mooring line, go down the mooring line, and then we're gonna continue going like into the current. And then there's like some rock with good elevation change and a lot of cool coral on this one.
It's amazing to be reminded of just how therapeutic diving can be for me. Immersed in the silence and in awe of all of the beauty of the life that exists. It makes it easier for the worries of the world above the surface to just melt away. That first dive was really cool. It was like totally different than the wreck that we did yesterday. Lots of cool coral and stuff.
Yeah, a lot of coral and cool topography, right?
Yeah.
Like elevation changes.
Lots of cool fish, and it seemed pretty healthy.
Exactly.
Somebody said beer.
Cerveza. Gracias.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys,
everybody.
to a successful dive.
Now that all the fun was out of our system, we had to get a bit more serious and discuss weather and passage planning for the big trip ahead to Mexico. This trip was important to plan correctly because we would be crossing the Gulf Stream not only once, but twice. Unfortunately, the upcoming weather forecast was not exactly in our favor, and we just have to sit tight and wait through lots of rain and high winds before we could get the opportunity to leave.
I set the anchor alarm on the B&G. There we are. There's our arc. The only problem is we're in like pretty shallow water. So if we drag, we won't drag very far. That's nice.
Real fast.
We're not gonna hit the beach, I can tell you that. Are they dragging?
Yeah, they are.
Hell yeah, they are.
Oh yeah.
You're dragging.
Bust them with the horn, huh?
Sorry guys, you were going backwards pretty fast. You moved back.
You were dragging.
Just blowing mild 30 knots here. Take that, wind!
I feel bad for them, but I also don't want them to go close to us because I don't want them to drag into us.
No.
Oh.
How we looking over there, Taylor?
They're looking a bit better. They're not as close as they were.
They were within, like, you could have dove off the boat and like landed on their stern before.
Yeah, this is a little better. I'm still keeping my eye on them.
Yeah, you do that. What's going on, Taylor?
Well, we're just kind of on drag watch tonight, really. Hoping that other people aren't going to be dragging into us because it's blowing over 30 knots consistently.
Again, huh?
At last, the wind subsided and the rain cleared, and we could finally get on our way to Mexico.
Bet.
In that dream I heard a warning saying leave the rest, take only what you need. So keep on singing to those who listen, 'cause you can make it on your own.
After a wonderful couple of days spent hanging out in the Dry Tortugas, just kind of chilling, relaxing, and waiting on a good weather window, we finally got our weather opportunity and we are underway. Heading towards Mexico! How's it going so far out here, ladies?
Yes, yeah, got a hold of your phone. She's not taking
Uh-oh,
panoramic
selfies!
pictures.
Thank you. Thank you. We've got both the downwind poles out.
I find like when we're really deep angles, it's nice to have both head sails out because then we can cruise at like 30 degrees to either side of dead down. And it gets kind of rolly, but we go fast.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh, poor baby.
Oh no.
Okay.
Well, so far so good. It's been a pretty nice sail. Poor Sierra has been a little bit sick, but I think she's been down for a nap now and she's doing a bit better. And yeah, the sail arrangement is just so epic. It really carries us along nicely. And it's so cool to see just the symmetry between the two sails on either side. Arg!
Arg?
Gonna try my hand at some fishing. I'm really not much of a fisherwoman. Haven't really done it before. So,
Jesus. By the
why
way,
not a better time than when we're
if
sailing?
you catch a fish, you have to clean it.
Oh man. Well, let's hope I don't catch one then.
Yeah, so all we've done is we've just tied up this can. So what's gonna happen is if a fish hits, it'll put enough force on it to trip the can, which will make a lot of noise.
Yeah.
And then the bungee will take up the slack and set the hook, right? And then we grip and rip with gloves on.
Okay.
You excited?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Going fishing.
Oh, look at these seas, man.
No.
It's just like
This big one.
totally unorganized.
Now that I cast the line, all that was left to do was wait.
and entertain myself in the meantime while I was on watch.
Who is that?
There's you!
We haven't been catching much fish, but we've been catching lots of seaweed,
Yeah.
so cleared that off. It's probably caught a bunch more, but it's a good life out here.
Pretty nice, isn't it?
Look at that one. With the throttle in her hand too.
Oh, baby nugs!
That's a nuggeteer post right there.
That is a nuggeteer post.
As the last of the daylight started fading, I went and sat up on my favorite part of the boat to soak it all in, while the sun began to trade shifts with the moon. Well, good evening, guys. It's my first night watch here on Delos. It's just after 1 a.m. I started my watch at 12. I was pretty tired when I got up. But the sailing conditions are absolutely beautiful tonight. The sky's clear, and we've got a nice little 13 knots of wind cruising along at 6.5 knots, so we're doing pretty good. Nothing on the radar, no other boats. It's weird, it's a lot more fun to sail a boat that's not yours. Something about that, it's just more enjoyable. The next morning, we hoisted the Spinnaker and were treated to every sailor's dream conditions. I continued my fishing mission to no avail.
What did you
Oh,
get?
it's a big one!
Oh! Oh!
Not again.
More seaweed.
Oh.
And bonded with this wonderful sailing family over our time at sea together. So it is day 2. Last night me and Brian just shared the night shifts and did 3 hours on, 3 hours off. So I had from midnight to 3 a.m. and then 3 a.m. to 9 a.m. And then Kaza woke up with Nugget and I made a little bit of breakfast and then I had to go and have some extra sleep. So I slept away a good amount of the afternoon, probably till about noon. The wind's lightened up and we're flying the Spinnaker, just putzing along slowly. It's just kind of one of those days where you just kind of get into the groove of it, and I'm just relaxing and kind of enjoying just being in the moment. And I could sit up here and watch the Spinnaker all day. I feel like I'm in like a meditative state, just being out here on the ocean again for a multiple day crossing. It feels really good. And we've had perfect conditions. I honestly couldn't ask for a better experience so far. We've been having a lot of fun getting different shots with like all the cameras and the GoPros and stuff. And Nugget is keeping me entertained. Later that evening, we had a pod of several dolphins come and swim off the bow of Delos, which I like to think was a great omen for our last night on passage. So it's my night watch again tonight. This is night 2 and I'm doing midnight to 2 a.m. Just before sunset, we took down the Spinnaker because we knew the wind was going to pick up overnight. And so finally it has. We've got a nice 15 knots of wind. We're doing 6.5 knots. Full sails up. keeping an eye on the wind speed, making sure it doesn't get too much, and if it does, then we'll need to reef. But yeah, it's a pretty nice night out here. We've been very blessed this passage to have some good conditions, I think. As morning broke, I got to watch a glorious sunrise, but the wind kept steadily creeping up and getting stronger as the hours passed. I began to get the feeling that our last few miles were going to be the hardest.
Three, two, one, jibing. Reese. Wow. Somebody's getting their workout.
Yeah. No cheating for me.
We'll let you use the electric winches soon enough. Don't we?
Eventually. After this passage?
Yeah, maybe.
Well, there it is. It's Mexico. We can see land. The last couple of miles, the wind has really picked up. It's been a steady 20 knots, and the waves are just so stirred up. After staring at nothing but the ocean for a couple of days, our first sights of land on Mexico were a little bit overwhelming to the senses. But nonetheless, we felt a huge sense of accomplishment for having successfully made it here. So I guess after this passage, I'm finally allowed to raise the special Canadian flag. Having been successfully cleared in through customs and immigration, we hoisted our flags proudly and were able to take our first steps on land around Isla Mujeres. We got the quesadillas and the margaritas. Oh.
Yeah, getting in there. Living life large.
Best walk.
I'm so happy right now.